Number one, cooked v uncooked. So guys, please make sure that if you are weighing your food uncooked, when you are logging it into your app like MyFitnessPal, that you are also logging uncooked rice. Rice doubles in volume when cooked. So if you are tracking your food and you end up putting in 60 grams of cooked rice as opposed to 60 grams of uncooked rice, realistically, you're actually only getting the proper macro breakdown for about 30 grams of uncooked rice. And again, this can really skew your calories and your breakdown for the end of the day. So it is just a little thing just to be a little bit more careful about. And again, meats are the same. The uncooked meats are going to be different and change in volume when cooked. And again, that is going to have an impact on your calories and macro breakdown. So do ensure that when you are tracking your food, not to make this common mistake. Hello guys, another big mistake that I see when people start tracking food is that they presume that the weight of a chicken fillet or the meat that they're eating, or fish, eggs, whatever it is, equates to the amount of protein in it. And whilst we do refer to these as proteins and forms of proteins, 1 gram does not equate to 1 gram of protein. And again, all these foods are made up of protein and again water, like ourselves. And when you think of the human body, we are 80% water, and it is the very same for our food groups. They are made up of, again, their proteins and then also water. So again, 1 gram of a chicken fillet does not equate to 1 gram of protein, and it does pay to use something like MyFitnessPal. I would say if you are using a tracking app, do make sure to use verified foods, and you will see that in MyFitnessPal, the foods that have a little tick beside it, they have been verified by MyFitnessPal that those macro breakdowns and calories are correct and accurate. So please do use them over ones that people can add in themselves, because 9 times out of 10 they are missing information or they are incorrect. So that is my number 2 big mistake that I see people making when they first start tracking. My number 3 big mistake is very similar to number 2, guys, and that is people presuming that the weight of their food equates to the calories in it. So say they have 165 grams of chicken and they presume that that is 165 calories of food that they're eating. And again, that is not the way things work. And it really does help in the first few days, guys, to use something like MyFitnessPal to track your food, to help you understand the breakdown of food and the calories in the food you are eating. It also really helps, guys, to start reading your nutritional labels on the back of your food and looking at the calories in it as opposed to guesstimating. And whilst I would like to see, once people understand nutrition and have a more of an awareness of calories and macros in food, to start breaking away from being that meticulous and obsessive with regards tracking. Initially, if you are new to all this, please do track, understand and educate yourself on food and the breakdown of food. Trust me, it really will help, and it will help you get long-term sustainable foods and build a plan that will really work for you in the long term. Number 4, guys, is something that a lot of people forget, and it is tracking the snacks, and it is tracking things like the fats and oils that we're using in cooking. And 9 times out of 10, these are extremely dense in calories, and it's the coffees with milk and stuff like that that we just don't think add up. But when in actual fact we put them all together, they can be the difference of somebody being in a deficit and not being in a deficit. So when I say start initially with tracking your food and being meticulous, you really do need to be meticulous and be aware that if you are using olive oil or butter or mayonnaise or any dressings or anything like that, they all have calories and they all need to be tracked. If you are having coffees or sugary drinks, guys, again, they all have calories and they do need to be tracked. So please do pay that extra little bit of attention to really making sure that you are putting all your food groups into your tracking app so that you can get a very clear picture of just what you are consuming in a day. And it makes it so much easier then to make micro adjustments so that you can fit in the nice foods that you enjoy, and you can have a bit more of a balanced diet whilst being in a calorie deficit. So that is my number 4 biggest mistake that I see people making.